Hey y'all, it's Pocahontas. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all already know we about to talk about that new episode of Joseline's Cabaret that Zeus dropped. So we finna get into it. It start off with the wet and bald head, small head fighting. They, still getting their rounds off or whatever. And bald head, small head steady calling wet, saying wet a bully. No, bitch, you're the bully. You the fucking bully. What the fuck is bald head, small head on, y'all? So the security break that little fight up or whatever. Wet throw her wig off, toss it to the side. She ready for another round. Like, she ready. So as they walking around just talking shit to each other, wet and bald head, small head, Miss Natural, she arguing and trying to go at it with wet and bald head, small head, telling them that this ain't the time or the place. They trying to rehearse. They need to get ready for their show. And ain't nobody even studying Miss Natural and the shit that she talking about. Ain't nobody give a fuck about what she talking about. Because while she in the middle of talking and trying to get into some shit with motherfuckers, wet and bald head, small head start fighting again. They fighting again. They fighting and they both just swinging on each other. And one thing about wet, she could take a punch and she can give one too. That's why I fuck with wet. So as they fighting and shit, wet gonna go and do a spin move around the pole. She spun around the pole twice and Mortal Kombat kicked bald head, small head. Knocked her ass down and then started beating her ass while she was on the ground. That shit was funny as fuck. Like, wet knocked her ass down and got to work on her ass. I ain't gonna lie. Wet, you did that. She straight beat on bald head, small head, something serious. And then after the fight, we're just walking around, laughing, dancing and shit. She ain't even taking the shit serious. Like, she take you bitches as a joke. That's why I fuck with wet. Like, she hella entertaining. She just that one. And I ain't gonna lie, wet do be looking a mess with her wig off and shit like that. She do be looking like a grandma. But I still fuck with wet though. I still fuck with wet. And so then bald head, small head, aka T-Love, she talking to Joseline about the whole situation, and she throwing up gang signs like, oh my kids, and Joseline hella funny, and Joseline talking about why is you throwing up gang signs like you gang and you ain't here wet not one time? What gang is you with? Cause they need to let you go without a beating. That shit was funny as fuck. Cause no, for real, like, your gang should be embarrassed to you. You on TV and got beat up by wet. You let wet Mortal Kombat kick your ass and then whoop your ass. Wet. Girl, you ain't gang and you cannot hang. That shit embarrassing. So bald head, small head, she run around the house trying to look for wet. She go outside looking for wet cause she trying to get another round. After she trying to redeem herself after she got her ass whooped the first time. And I'm just like, I don't think that's a good idea, baby. Like, wet already embarrassed you the second time. Just let it go. So while she outside, Daisy come outside with bald head, small head. She just all like, look, while you out here clowning, your friend that got your chain in there saying that you was bullying wet. Your friend saying that. And Daisy talking about Egypt. So then Egypt come outside and she basically just trying to say like, nah, you was like nitpicking at wet and shit like that. And so Egypt start getting mad. Basically, she started getting mad that Daisy told bald head, small head that Egypt was what Egypt said. Basically, she mad at Daisy. And so her and Daisy go back in the house and they arguing, going back and forth. Really, I think Egypt just mad because she was talking shit about her so-called friend. And then Daisy went and told her friend. That's really why she mad. You mad because you got caught talking shit for real? Because so what if Daisy went and told her what you said? You shouldn't have said it. If you hadn't have been talking about bald head, small head, it wouldn't have been nothing to run and tell. It ain't like Daisy went and lied, you know what I'm saying? And all she was saying was your friend saying that you was bullying old girl. That's all she said, and you did say that. So just say you mad that you got caught talking shit. That's what the real problem is. So then they arguing and shit. Egypt just swing on Daisy. She just swing on Daisy, and now they fighting. And poor Daisy just trying to grab while Egypt just swinging. Egypt is swinging and Daisy just trying to grab on something. She just trying to grab. And I'm just like, what don't y'all understand when you fighting? Closed fist only. Closed fist only. If your hand is moving, your fists need to be closed. All that grabbing and shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. Especially if that bitch bald head like Egypt. So while they fighting, Daisy snatched Egypt's wig off and Egypt was bald head. That shit threw me the fuck off. I'm sorry. That shit threw me off. I was not expecting that. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, that shit shocked the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie. And so the security break the fight up. Come to find out, Egypt then bust Daisy head open. Clearly, Egypt had on a ring. You could see it in the video. Egypt had a ring on. So that's what bust Daisy head open. Let's just not act like she was hitting. She only hit Daisy like 3 times. And it wasn't, them hits was not hard enough to bust that girl head open. Egypt hit her with a ring, and that's what that was. But I ain't gonna lie, I felt so bad for Daisy seeing her face look like that. Like, for real, that was wild. And then Egypt bald-headed ass. I would say that she the real bald head, small head, but her head big as fuck. So she not bald head, small head. She got a big ass head, even though she bald head. Egypt bald as hell. Got bald spots and, you know, patches and shit like that. That shit look horrible. Almost like she got a skin condition or a hair condition. Daisy in the bathroom getting first aid. Because her head is literally split open to the point where she said she could see the white meat. That's wild. Like, she probably gonna forever have a scar on her face behind that bullshit. Like, that shit ain't cool. Like, yeah, she went and told bald head, small head what Egypt said. But like I said, if Egypt hadn't been talking shit, it'd be nothing to tell. I can see if Daisy made some shit up and was lying and Egypt ain't say nothing at all. That's different. You can't be mad at a motherfucker for running and telling a motherfucker some shit that you was talking. Don't talk shit. So then Danny go and talk to Egypt, and Egypt basically saying the same shit. She basically just saying that she didn't like what Daisy did. She don't like that Daisy went and told bald head, small head. She said that bald head, small head was nitpicking at wet, which is the same thing. If somebody picking on you, they bullying you. So that's why that just goes to show Egypt really had no real basis to be mad. She was just mad that the shit she was talking got back to bald head, small head. That's what she really mad about. But then Egypt said that she felt sorry for drawing blood on a pretty girl like Daisy. Like, she wasn't trying to take it that far. At least Egypt ain't no hating ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? She clearly not a hater. So we can write that off the list. So then everybody that's doing the Mayweather dance or whatever for the show, they all go back downstairs. They rehearsing. You know, they trying to finish up that rehearsal because they got a show coming up in like 2 to 3 days. Joseline getting irritated with her choreography with Carlo because she feel like he trying to tell her what to do. Damn, Joseline, you don't got no respect for nobody. Not even the choreographer that put the whole routine together with you. So while they downstairs rehearsing, bald head, small head, and that girl Spin, they go upstairs and find Egypt. And they basically just talking to Egypt about what happened and shit like that. Basically just saying she don't like beefing with pretty bitches. Like, that's not shit that she really wanted to do. And she was basically just trying to tell bald head, small head, like, yeah, I never said that you was bullying her and shit like that. I said that you was nitpicking, which is the same thing. But I'm just sitting there, I'm like, Egypt, nah, tell bald head, small head how you was downstairs telling Daisy that bald head, small head ain't your friend. None of these bitches is your friend. Why you ain't say that to bald head, small head face? Are y'all really friends? So then they go back to the scene with the girls rehearsing with Joseline in the basement for their show. Danny and Andrea saying they having a hard time keeping up with the choreography, which don't make sense to me because the choreography simple as fuck. I could do the shit. And I'm not even no professional. Like, you know what I'm saying? That choreography hella simple, so I'm not understanding how they not keeping up. But they better get that shit together because their choreography is not that goddamn hard. So Joseline finished up rehearsals with the girls downstairs and she go find Egypt, trying to ask her what happened. And so Joseline go up there with Egypt and she asking her, like, where is her hair at? Like, why is she bald head? And that's when Egypt finally revealed and let us know that she got alopecia. So her hair just be falling out and shit like that, which makes sense because the way her scalp looked like she had some type of skin condition, some type of hair condition. And Joseline was like, girl, you don't got no alopecia. That's from wearing too many goddamn wigs. And although that shit was funny as fuck, Joseline has no regard for nobody. Like, damn, Joseline, this girl just said that she had a hair condition. So Joseline basically just tell Egypt, like, you need to chill out. You here to dance. You're not here to box and be a UFC fighter. You here to be a dancer and to be a part of the cabaret. Joseline tell Egypt that, like, she fuck with Daisy. She fuck with Daisy, so she want Egypt and Daisy to have a sit down so they can hash shit out, so they can be able to perform together and don't be no problem. So then Joseline gonna find bald head, small head. Joseline just going around talking to everybody in the house at this point. Everybody that had an altercation, Joseline making her rounds. And Joseline say that she like bald head, small head. And she asked bald head, small head what happened with Wet Wet. And bald head, small head basically just telling the whole story of what happened, saying that she felt like Wet Wet was being a bully. And I'm just trying to understand, when was Wet Wet ever being a bully? Like, when? Am I missing something? Because if I'm missing something, let me know. I might be missing something. I don't know everything. But I just don't remember when Wet Wet was a bully. And I ain't never seen Wet Wet be no bully, but I seen you be a bully, bitch. You was bullying. You was picking at Andrea. Then you turned around and tried to pick at Wet Wet. And so then Joseline had the nerve to co-sign bald head, small head, saying that Wet Wet teeth look a mess and she can't dance. Like, Joseline, you wrong for talking bad on Wet Wet like that. Like, if you really felt like that about Wet Wet, why the fuck you bring her back to the show? Oh yeah, that's right, for drama. So bald head, small head still talking about Wet Wet appearance, saying that she felt like Wet Wet should have invested in herself and just had a better look. You know what I'm saying? And I do love Wet Wet. I do love Wet Wet. But, you know, Wet Wet could get her teeth done. She really could. And then, bald head, small head, she started fake crying. Fake crying. We ain't see no tears. Crying, talking about how she been through a lot and she been through a lot of shit. Girl, we done all been through some shit. We all done been through some shit. I hate when people try to make it seem like they struggle is worse than the next person's struggle. We all done been through some shit in life. Life ain't been kind to nobody. So girls, cut the crap. Cut the shit. We don't give a fuck about your story. Everybody got a motherfucking story. Everybody. So then Joseline go down in the kitchen and she FaceTime Daisy trying to check on Daisy. Daisy on the phone looking like a war victim. Got an ice bag on her head, butterfly stitch on her eyes. Just looking crazy. Daisy high key went outside on TV. Like, Daisy went outside. So Joseline still going around talking to everybody and shit like that. And she gonna have a sit down with Lucky. And Lucky basically just telling Joseline, like, she really wanna be in the cabaret. Like, she really trying to be a part of this shit. Like, she really wanna do this shit. As we can all see. Lucky basically just trying to tell Joseline, like, she wanna be given a chance. Joseline tell Lucky, like, she feel like Lucky wishy-washy, she unloyal, and she fake. And I honestly feel like Joseline saying that because when Joseline fell out with Big Lex, Lucky was still cool with Big Legs. And that gotta be the only thing that Joseline talking about. Because other than that, I don't see how Lucky would be wishy-washy and unloyal. So then Joseline finally caved in and she said that she gonna give Lucky another chance. And I'm just all like, damn, finally. All that begging and pleading went somewhere. It finally got Lucky somewhere. And Joseline just being mean as fuck. Talking about she forgive Lucky, but she don't forgive them bags under her eyes. And I'm just like, Joseline is a fucking mess. Like, that's so mean. Like, Lucky is a very pretty girl. Bags are not. But Joseline, she just always trying to throw shade. Like, Joseline, she can't never give a compliment without giving a backhand compliment. So Joseline and Lucky hug it out. And Joseline just telling Lucky, like, I just want to see more loyalty in you. That's all. I just want to see loyalty. So we'll see how it play out from here with their little relationship. But I'm glad Joseline was finally able to forgive Lucky. So hopefully now she'll stop singling Lucky out and low-key bullying Lucky in front of all the girls. So then Joseline go talk to Wet Wet. She asked him, Wet Wet, like, why is you going around fighting everybody in the house? You don't fall yummy. Now you don't fall bald head, small head. What's going on? And Wet Wet basically just talking about how she just be defending herself. Joseline tell Wet Wet, like, I fuck with you. I really fuck with you, but when is you gonna start taking the dancing serious? Can you handle the choreography? And Wet Wet was like, yeah, like, I know this shit like the back of my hand. Wet Wet get up and start showing Joseline her dance moves. They dancing together, and Wet Wet shocked the hell out of me. Wet Wet straight knew the choreography. She straight knew the routine. Like, shocked the shit out of me. And I was a little scared at first. I was scared that Wet Wet didn't know the moves and shit like that. I was a little scared. She got down for real, you feel me? She got this big ass bonnet on, filled with nothing but air and thoughts. Cause her hair ain't that long. So Joseline really just, she let Wet Wet know, like, damn, I didn't know you knew the routine. You really knew this routine. And whole time, motherfuckers be talking down on Wet Wet like she can't dance. Wet Wet got them moves, baby. I just feel like motherfuckers really, y'all can't say shit up. That's all y'all can say about Wet Wet now. All y'all can do is talk about her look now, because she done proved that she can dance. She know the choreography. She done showed that. So now all the motherfucker can do is talk about her teeth and her looks and shit like that, because clearly she can dance. You feel me? But yeah, that was pretty much all of the episode. You know what I'm saying? Bald head, small head, you a fucking bully. You was a fucking bully. That's why Wet Wet knocked your little ass down and beat your ass on the ground. Whether you can really fight or not, you still let Wet Wet get the best of you. So I feel like she got what she deserved. Running around bullying everybody. I wish Andrea would beat her ass next, but that's probably not gonna happen. Wet Wet is my all-time favorite. She entertaining as fuck. Like, Wet Wet, she not gonna play with you. And if you wanna fight, she gonna wanna fight. Period. Egypt, shaped like a linebacker. Too big to be beating on Daisy like that. Like, that was fucked up. And I honestly just feel like Egypt was just mad that the shit she was talking got back to bald head, small head. Like, for real. Because I get it. I get you being mad. I get you being mad at Daisy for going to go run her mouth. But like I said before, if you wasn't even talking shit, it'd be nothing for a motherfucker to run their mouth about. So Egypt, you need to check your motherfucking self and watch what the fuck you say about your so-called friends around motherfuckers. That way you don't have to get mad at nobody running around telling shit if you ain't saying shit. But that's all that I got for y'all this week. Make sure y'all like my video and subscribe to my channel. Show me some love. And I'll see y'all next week.